you don't remember using it, your body feels like it does?
That's right. Both mercenaries and warriors heavily rely on muscle memory. Only knowing the theory of battle won't get you anywhere.
Traveler, what do you think? Yeah, Paimon's feeling really hopeful. Oh, you're right! Earlier in the Samsara, something like this would have never happened.
I have no clue what you two are talking about, but it's still
So you want us to take Dunyarzad somewhere else to rest while you check if there are still more kidnappers around, right?
How did you know what I was gonna say? Can you read minds?
Forget it. Whew, it's finally nighttime. Aside from Dia not getting injured, everything seems... Listen, Nahida, we found out that Dia got out just fine. Do you think the Samsara has been broken? Really? Good job on all that progress. Hey, what kind of an answer? Tomorrow will come. Everyone assumes this is common knowledge, but how many today? It's even possible that this entire world is a lie. Okay, no more. That's get some good rest. You know, use the bathroom and flush your anxiety. Huh? Hold on. Huh? People always say they feel a sense of relief after they take a duk-duk. That's why I suggested you could... it's so strange and so against common sense that... Paimon's at a loss for words. You were sounding kind of smart just a minute ago. Yeah, even though it's happy and light...
Continue the harvest, compared to what we stand to achieve.
We're still in the same day! Nahida, you already knew last night that we didn't break out? Would there have been a point? You would have spent the night with new worries, with tomorrow still out of reach. In that case, you might as well rest within that brief moment of hope. Paimon's at the Duk did that! Of course. In the time we've been together... Paimon's flattered and everything, but... What I mean is, even though I had asked you to solve this puzzle, you two are still the only... In other words, if you weren't here, I may as well not exist. That's why you two have been everything to me. Nahida's talking about confusing stuff. Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. So, Traveler, did the new clues yesterday help you gain a new understanding? Huh? Why are you scrapping your previous theory? Oh, yeah! You're right! Gosh, how did we not notice that? So, what's your new hypothesis?
The beep is a prompt tone for Akasha operations. We still hear... That doesn't sound right. I need to care... The... Mercenaries were like... If all our memories of a day are erased at the end...
the deletion of our memories. That's why when we wake up, everyone thinks the Sub-Zero's festival hasn't happened yet. It's already the next day, but everyone still thinks it's the day before. But muscle memory can't be erased. That's why Dia has been getting better at using her greatsword. Now everything makes sense.
A brilliant deduction.
Nahida, tell us if we're right or wrong.
To put it simply, it's as if you've mistaken a pyro crystal fly for a firefly in the night.
That isn't simple at all.
Why don't you...
Right. She did help us find our lead.
There you are. Really took me a while to find you.
As expected, Dia also...
Get hurt? Why would I?
Well, you're still getting used to your new great...
Huh. Truth be told, I also think it's pretty strange. It just suddenly felt so familiar in my...
Traveler, could you explain the situation to her today? Paimon's gotten a little sick of doing it. Oh, that works.
What happened to you guys while I was gone? Did you get brainwashed by some cult?
Don't think too hard about it. Just take what we're saying.
All right then, let me get this straight. You're telling me that my body's already gotten used to this great sword, but my...
Yes, your memory's being erased every day.
Then I'd have to disagree. That's impossible.
Oh? Why do you...
If we've actually been reliving the Sub-Zero's festival day after day, then what happened to the things we used, the money we spent, the food we ate? Common sense says my wallet should have emptied itself a long time ago. There's no way I wouldn't have noticed that.
Right. They could use the Akasha to record what everyone did that day, and then use the city's resources to replenish everything. It's not very likely, but it's also not impossible.
No, it is impossible. I've got proof.
You have proof? Where?
You two are surprisingly serious about this nonsensical discussion. Come with me, Miss Dunyarzad. Please come along as well.
Paimon can't believe it's Dia who wants to show us something this time. 2 days ago, we were the ones taking her to see Dunyarzad.
This is it.
Huh? This is a wooden training dummy.
See those marks on the dummy? Those are the result of several days' worth of practice. Let's say the sages didn't replace it every day. Shouldn't it be hacked to pieces by now?
That's true, but
Then the sages would have had to reproduce every mark I left during previous trainings. I'm a professional fighter. My martial school has always... The force, angle, and entry point of each strike is calculated and deliberate. That's why I remember It's just as they say. Each swordsman has their own unique style, and even the same swordsman can't make the same cut twice. It would be impossible to copy these.
Is it really impossible? What if they use some
People often say that a camera's photo can never replace an artist's painting because the former has no spirit to it. The same thing applies here. At a mere glance, I can differentiate carved marks from the results of combat training. Whew, I hope that cleared things up for you. Hey, is this that new brain exercise game that's been super popular with the scholars lately? Anyway, it's getting late. I should escort Miss Dunyarzad to Nilou's stage. See you later.
Well, back to square one. Is our memory... But at least we've reached some of... Yep, that's true. So... strange? Paimon feels like everything's been... Huh? Leaving the city? You're right! It's really strange how we... Paimon can't believe it! Did we miss this because we're tunnel visioning too hard on our other theories? Or because we're just too tired? How about we go back and ask Nahida? Maybe we've forgotten something about leaving the city.
Back early today. Did you find something new?
Sort of. We're mostly sure now that we're not in a time loop. And we also aren't in the real world. But at the same time, we have a new question.
Leaving the city. As far as I remember, you've mentioned your...
We did? But we don't remember anything. What happened after we talked about those plans? What did we...
Let me think. I don't think you ever actually told me what the outcome was. Oh, but you two sometimes stay out the entire night anyway, so at the time, I didn't think too much of...
It is true that sometimes we lose track of time during our investigations. Before we know it, it'll already be the next day. But...
Really? That's kinda strange. In theory, I should have already awakened all your
Yep. Something here's definitely fishy. Let's get to the bottom of this tomorrow. Our memories are back! About that...
Traveler, aside from your memories that were just restored, I have another message. Listen to it and you'll
Can't go back! There are countless spaces here. Our Sabzeruz festival in Sumeru City is just one of them.
Traveler, you should be missing 2 days worth of memories. Paimon will fill you in. It's time to carry out our plan from yesterday. Okay, let's go!
Why can't we leave the city? What is the Academia up to now?
Don't ask me. It's not like I can tell you anything. This is a direct order from the Grand Sage.
I have a real emergency. My goods have already arrived.
That's your problem. Make sure you make a request in advance next time.
But it's not like you can just predict business matters in advance.
It looks like the Academia already announced a lockdown for Sumeru City today. Let's go and question them. Hello, sir. Why can't we leave this?
Here we go again. Don't ask me. I don't know. We just received an order that no one is allowed to enter or exit Sumeru today. They didn't tell us anything else. Angering me won't get you anywhere. If I had that kind of insider info, I would have left this stupid post long ago.
It looks like he really doesn't know. If we can't get anything out of him, let's take matters into our own hands. This is a good spot, and the guard hasn't noticed us at all. Huh? Why? Are you going to leave Paimon behind? What if things get really weird? Oh, Paimon knows that Paimon can't do much, but... okay. Promise Paimon that you'll come back as soon as... and please... Memories! Traveler! Paimon thought Paimon would never see you again! Paimon waited for you for hours and hours at the city wall and you never came back! You promised Paimon...
Paimon, calm down. She's here now. I don't think...
Paimon doesn't care! Paimon wanted to go look for you, but you also said that Paimon should stay! Paimon was so worried and so scared the entire day! Okay. Paimon will forgive you. The most important thing is that you didn't...
Okay. Paimon, can you tell us your... I see. Using two people's different perspectives.
After that, you left the city. Paimon kept her eyes on you the whole time, but then you disappeared in an instant. No way! Paimon was watching you.
What's your perspective, Traveler? You sure you don't have any memory of this? I guess that explains everything. You also lost your memories the last 2 times you tried to leave the city. Those days' memories can't be awoken.
So, if we leave the city, our memories will be completely erased? It really sounds like something big outside of the city is being hidden. But this way, we'll also never discover what's outside. Something like a message? But
Don't look at me like that. I'm not used to being stared at. Well... Okay.
Yep, now we're talking.
I'm done. Here you go.
What? Isn't this just an...
I made some little changes. Akasha terminals are already capable of sending messages.
To make something like this? Nahida, you really know the Akash?
Yep. I'll help you save the messages. It should be pretty easy to use.
We'll never know until we try. At least we're taking the initiative. Let's go then. Let's expose those sages. All right. Okay. See you. That covers everything that's happened so far.
Yes, although the signal was choppy and had...
Okay, now that you understand what's going on,
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zero's festival in... I've entered another space. Before me are flowing sandstone and how... All these spaces are empty. Except for the occasional ones that contain mute puppets rather than people.
that's one heck of an info dump. It sounds like you left the Sumeru city space when you set foot outside, but everything looked completely normal when Paimon was looking out from the inside. That's unbelievable.
There's another part here. I only received it last night.
These spaces have been disappearing, one after... And now, even the final space has also disappeared. Behind me, a lot of spaces just appeared again from thin air. I get it now. Those spaces are actually...
Why did the message end right there? What did it...
Probably because yesterday just happened to end at that moment.
Oh, right. Paimon did hear a beep from the Akasha. Did it come from here or from the message?
The message. It should have come from the Traveler's Akasha term.
After the beep, Traveler said, even the final space has also disappeared.
Traveler, what do you think that final space could have been?
Was that space actually the real world? But wouldn't a real space just randomly disappearing like that be My impression is that each day in this samsara only ends at the sound of that beep from the Akasha.
Oh, so that's what it is! After the sound of the beep, the final space, the Sub-Zero's festival, also disappears. And we're taking... Later on, Traveler also mentioned a bunch of new spaces materializing. Paimon's head is spinning.
Well, consider this. For all the horrors of the Archon War, so no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface...
Wow, the Archon War, huh? That's an analogy and a half. Hey, where are you going? Do you want some alone time to think?
The dance of Sub-Zeros is about to begin. I'm going to go watch it.
Okay. Why don't you go...
Okay then. See you later.
Have you figured it out yet, Traveler? Time is ticking away. Awesome! What is it? Paimon wants to know. Oh.
You're back! I've been waiting forever for you two. Are you ready to take your Sub-Zeros exam and graduate from the festival? Okay, first...
We've already experienced the Sub-Zeros festival many times. That doesn't sound... All the bizarre spaces I saw outside the... Those spaces remind... That doesn't sound... The moon People in Sumeru don't... I can't... We are all in a dream. It isn't that the people of Sumeru don't dream. Rather, the Akasha is taking their dreams from them.
People in Sumeru think they don't dream, but the truth is the Akasha steals their dreams without them knowing it. And those spaces with no human presence are stolen dreams without their host. That would explain why they sounded so weird when she was trying to describe them. Huh. So people in Sumeru do dream after all.
Correct answer. Now, how did you conclude that the Akasha... It is the manifestation of...
Oh, okay. Those dream-controlling creatures in the forest also get their power from the Dendro Archon, right? That would explain why the... But is stealing everyone's dreams really how the Akasha compiles the...
Dreams are fantastical, complex, and full of imagination. People's brains are the most active when they're dreaming. In other words, dreams are rich bundles of human...
So in other words, the complete opposite of how Hypatia understood it. Paimon remembers her saying that the sages think dreams are foolish delusions, and the fact that no one dreams is a blessing from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. The real story is that the sages from the Academia are using the Akasha to steal people's dreams for their own...
Oh? By the sounds of it, you understand the current situation pretty well. So then, what about the samsara?
Those dreamscapes kept vanishing. I can't. I can't. I can't.
Correct. The Akasha is keeping each person's brain in a constant dream state, but also separating their consciousness from... Their disembodied consciousness is placed inside the collective dream of the Sabzeruz Fest. No one is any the wiser as another day passes in the dream. People wake up to yet another dream about the Sabzeruz.
So, this is like a dream fact.
Very good, Paimon. Using analogy...
Okay, so that...
Alright, last question.
They say that alchemical divination is...
So you noticed. I thought that one would be the hardest question. That's why I put it last.
That wasn't hard at all. Even Paimon guessed that. Now that you mention it, Nahida, you've been hinting to us. It's funny. Thinking back to when we were asking all over the place for info about Lesser Lord Kusanali.
Yes, those can wait until... On the other hand, I'd be happy to answer any more... I know, right? Why did they have to base this dream on my birthday? Could it really just be...
Even you don't know the reason?
The Academia sages are determined... Traveler, do you have an...
Grand Sage said, go celebrate the...
Celebrate the birth of that god? Could it mean... Deceiving the people of Sumeru after we end the Sabzeruz?
How can this...
In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun is long gone.
A sun and a... Oh, we're out of time today!
I'll tell you how to break free of the samsara tomorrow.
Good morning, Nahida. Wait. Now that Paimon remembers everything, should we... Hey! What's wrong, Nahida? You don't look too good.
I'm afraid that what you're thinking right now is correct.
Did Dunyarzad already disappear? No way! Are we too late?
The real Dunyarzad's consciousness has indeed disappeared. It can no longer endure the constant dream harvesting.
Paimon can't believe it. Wait, so what about that other Dunyarzad?
She's actually something like a puppet, but not completely. The real Dunyarzad's consciousness could no longer keep playing her, so another Dunyarzad appeared to replace her in the dream. Just like the grass and the tree,
But personality-wise, she's nothing like the...
puppets are stiff and can't copy a living person's vitality. You know,
Dunyarzad truly believed that she met you within her consciousness. And it was you who inspired her. So you do remember...
Yes. Back then, her family was overly protective of her. No one cared about her personality or thoughts. I just gave her a little wisdom so she could look at life in a new way. So that she could be her own person. But even so, she's still... far from it. I'm still a long way off from being a real Archon. I couldn't even save her. If I were a competent Archon, I wouldn't have let my most faithful follower die at the Sub-Zero.
Please don't beat your... Don't be like...
More
Great!
Although the Sub-Zeros, that means this.
Huh?
Well, if this is someone's dream, then everything here must come from deep within their which means, with the power of imagination.
Imagination?
Imagination means breaking through what you perceive. Like when the server at a tavern brings a plate to you, you'd naturally assume that. However, if you're the dream's host and you become aware that you're dreaming, when you imagine gold and more on the plate, the dream will respond in kind, and the server really will bring you gold and mora. But right now, our host is unaware that this is a dream. No matter how many, find some way to make that person realize that they're dreaming.
How are we going to find them, though? If it could be anyone, it'd be like looking for a needle in a haystack. And even if we did find them, how are we supposed to make them realize they're dreaming? After all, like you said, don't wake a sleepwalker.
It's extremely difficult, yes. But the only ones who can do it are you two. As for me...
Out of town? Are you going to that place full of dreams?
Yes. I want to try something. Hurry and go. Dreams are supposed to be fantastic.
She was such a good person, with such a simple wish. Yeah, but Paimon's wondering, do you think the sages would get one of their own to be the host of this dream? Huh. So, who do you think the host of the dream is? Oh, that would make sense! Ferris, the Knight of Flower. Let's go ask him some questions.
You're back. You left in a hurry last time.
Everything's fine.
An experiment? That came out of nowhere.
Could you make a wish?
You want me to make a wish? Is that a new Sub-Zero's festival tradition or something?
Less questions, more wishing!
Okay. Oh, my wish. My wish. Okay.
Oh.
I noticed earlier that she looked a bit down, and she just doesn't seem like herself. I've also wondered if the reason she asked me to be Fairest Knight of Flowers is because I'm special to her.
So, you have a crush on Dunyarzad?
Oh, is it that obvious? After what I just said, I guess it is. When she placed the hat of the Knight of Flowers onto my head, she said to me, what she didn't realize was that I'm not that interested in how everyone else feels. In that moment, I just wanted... Okay, yeah, that was... Okay, I'm ready to make my wish. I would like Miss Dunyarzad to appear in front of me right now with a smile on her face. Here goes.
Please come true.
I'm gonna open my eyes.
What?
Farki? Sorry, but only one portion of Yalda candy. Nice try, you two. Anyway, never mind. I don't need to see her.
Guess he isn't the host of this dream after all. Should have expected it wouldn't be this easy. It seems like everyone who knows Dunyarzad loves her. But none of...
My lady, step back.
That sounds like Dia! Oh, right. This is when Dunyarzad bumps into the kidnap... Huh? But Dia can handle them! Hey, Traveler!
This new shipment of items is ridiculously overdesigned.
Oh, it's you. Great timing. Please take... Hey, this is my job. The Homiyanis pay me, not you. You... Fine, alright. Knock yourself out. Why are you so... Anyway, watch yourself.
So you got your...
Take flight!
Feeling lucky today?
Whirling snow!
Hold the line!
Take flight!
Need. That's close enough. Just following orders.
Kamisato art! Sumetsu! Whirling snow!
I'll be back.
My apologies!
Take my leave.
Traveler, were you just taking your anger out on those guys? You and Nahida both. Dunyarzad wouldn't want to see... Oh, and speaking of her, remember how during the first Sub-Zero's festival, before the Samsara started, she said it was because she had forgotten something. Okay, so Paimon's memory is working so far. Anyway, Paimon also remembers that she is staying somewhere around here. She pointed... Yeah, even if it's only a tiny clue. This is the place! It's rude to enter other people's spaces without permission, but... Hey! The windows are unlocked! Okay, Paimon's gonna take a peek inside. This was only a temporary residence, so there was pretty much nothing inside. Should we open it? Wow. Dunyarzad wrote all of this. Even though she was also busy preparing for the Sabzeruz festival and had all her... She must have wanted to give this to us as a gift on the day of the Sabzeruz festival, right? If we hadn't found this book, we never would have known. But now that we know, we can't even thank her. Hey! Where are you off to? It's Dunyarzad's puppet. Traveler? You must be exhausted. Come to think of it, we've been stuck in this place for a really long time. Heck, even the last time we were chatting happily with Dunyarzad feels like an eternity ago. Paimon still remembers when we were sitting here, and the way her eyes sparkled when she talked about...
There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point...
That was what the real Dunyarzad said, wasn't it? Does that mean...
Yes, Traveler. What is...
Oh, so she's still just a puppet. But just now, how come... What? Where are we going this time?
If you continue to resist, the Grand Say...
Oh. Traveler?
Traveler.
Traveler? What the heck are you doing? If you get arrested by the Wait, they're not reacting. Have they been scared stiff? Oh, of course! If this is... So they're just
What is this? happened to the Grand Sage and his entourage?
Like I said,
Yes. The greater...
that beautiful shade of purple. Aren't these flowers real Padisaras? Just like the ones from the legend? But didn't you just say all the real flowers went extinct after the goddess of flowers passed away? Yeah. What's going on? Huh? You guys are acting weird. But okay, I'll try. Hey! They disappeared! So Nilu's the host! What a surprise! Purple Padisaras don't exist in the real world anymore! But in Nilu's subconscious, they can appear as decorations on the stage! It's just like the example Nahida told us. People assume there will be food on a plate. So when you saw the flowers, you instantly knew. But if we want to end the samsara, we need the host to become aware. How should we make Nilu real? Am I dreaming? Huh? So I'm right. Wrong guess, but you aren't completely wrong either. The point, as far as you know, people in Sumeru don't dream, right? Yeah, but have you heard the tale of the first sage? To prevent a calamity, he went on a journey to find the Ooh, sounds familiar. Dunyarzad told us a story like... Yep, but in the part you heard, he hadn't become the first sage yet. There's more to the story. His piety and wisdom were acknowledged by the Dendro Archon, and she finally gave her... All kinds of spectacular scenes appeared in front of the first sage, as if all the knowledge in the world was being painted onto a canvas right before him. He was captivated. After who knows how long, he mastered all the knowledge he could comprehend. Afterward, he said to the Dendro Archon, "I miss my parents, my wife, and my children. I've been away from home." The Dendro Archon smiled. The next second, his wife lying next to him said, "You're off to search for the Dendro Archon today, aren't you? Have a safe journey, my love." In the end, the first sage took care of many disasters in Sumeru's. So, the first sage was dreaming ever since the beginning of the story? Yes. But his faith... Paimon understands where you're coming from now. That's a really interesting connection. I see. Well, it just so happens that today's Sabzeruz festival is almost... Since we're in a dream, let's make this final dance of Sabzeruz as beautiful as we can. The wait is over, everyone. I dedicate this to our god, the dance of Sabzeruz.
I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Nilu's dance.
Traveler. Oh, Paimon feels like she's been asleep for Paimon's head feels super heavy. Paimon thinks it was after the Sub-Zero's festival. Have we finally escaped from the Sub-Zero's? Quick! Take off your Akasha terminal! She's not in her room. What happened? Huh? What you... Well done, Traveler and Paimon. And thank you, Dunyarzad, for organizing the Sub-Zero's festival for me.
I'm sorry, who are...
Dunyarzad!
Oh, a Traveler Paimon. I just had a dream. And I saw...
A blade. Embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes.